Hey guys, it's Casey. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to set up my 2024 budget system that I'm probably going to start using now that it's mid-November, just trying to get used to it. But this is the budget system that I will be using for 2024. And I'm sure it'll be tweaked a little bit here and there, but if you saw the first video in kind of this little series where I showed you kind of easy, low budget ways to do a cash envelope system, you'll know that this is the little binder that I've had sitting around for quite some time that I got on Amazon. I paid $9 or $10 for it. It came with these envelopes. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, it also came with these budget sheets. And it came with stickers as well, but I threw those away because I didn't like them. Anyways, so I'm going to be using these envelopes that I showed you in that last video. I got these on Amazon. There's 100 in here, and I think I paid $5 or $6 for them. Again, I've had them for quite a while now. I'm actually going to set this binder up for my oldest son because he mentioned that he wanted to do cash envelope stuffing. So hopefully this isn't too girly for him. He does have a safe in his bedroom, so he can keep this in his safe. And then I remembered that I had this A6 Moterm in my planner stash that, I don't know if you guys have been here long enough to know that I did try to use ring bound planners before, and I did use this A6. So I'm actually going to make this my cash binder system, and I guess I could use it as a wallet as well. You can see there's a little bit difference in size in the A6 versus the budget binder. I think this is more of like a personal size. I may eventually grab another personal size. I don't know. It depends on how far I go with this whole cash envelope system thing. The rings inside of the Moterm are a lot bigger than the one in the little Amazon low budget cash binder system, but this is a great starter because, I mean, if I remember correctly, I probably paid $60 or $70 for this. So anyways, let's go ahead and start with my son's, and then I'll show you some custom things that I got in here that I will be selling in my shop. This is more for, you know, people just wanting to start out. You're not sure if you're going to be consistent. You don't want to invest a whole bunch of money into it to get started. So let's start with this lower end cost-wise version. So I told you it does come with these plastic envelopes. One thing I'm going to show you real quick. Do not get misled and think if you have an A6 binder at home that you want to use, do not go on Amazon and order sorry, A6 anything. Okay, I'm just going to tell you it's not going to fit because the gap is too wide in between the holes here. I thought that I was going to be slick and these would just fit in here. They do not. The holes do not line up, but Amazon sells these as A6 and they are not A6. These are more personal size as far as the holes that line up. So these should fit a personal size binder, but I don't know if they would be too wide. Honestly, I don't know because I don't have a personal size here in front of me to try it in. So maybe you guys can let somebody know in the comments if you have a personal size binder, whether or not these A6 envelopes actually fit. I don't know if they do or not. Okay, back to normally scheduled program. Here we go. So these are some savings challenges. Now I will have a budget, what am I going to call it? Like a budget package. I can't remember what I called it or what I'm going to call it. Anyway, it's going to be like a budget package in my shop, and it's going to have the printable envelopes that I mentioned in that last video. So you'll have this set of 12 printable envelopes.
I'm not sure I understand.
I am not talking to you, Siri. So sorry about that. It will have printable savings challenges, which I'm going to use, and I'm hoping my son is going to use as well. And it will also have printable cash envelope trackers and a cash breakdown printable. So you can print these as many times as you want, whatever size you want, and put them. I'm going to put these in my budget planner, which will be my next video. Actually, I may do it in this video. Anyways, okay, so I took these envelopes and I grabbed 12 of them for him. So he's a guy, he doesn't want cute stickers or anything like that. He can just write whatever he is saving for in here. So these I'm just going to put right at the front here for him. And then I thought he could use these, just maybe one in between each envelope, or I don't know, however he wants to use them. So I'm going to just stick these in here for him. Now, in my budget package, the printable budget package, you will get these. So these, there's 3 per letter size sheet. So you could technically punch these and use these in your planner if you wanted to just grab my printable package and then use envelopes, or make your own with cardstock like I showed you guys in that last video, or just regular paper, however you want to do it. These will also slide down into this plastic envelope. So actually, yeah, these are going to come with my budget package as well, but these also come with, if you buy the printable envelopes. Sorry, I lost my words. You can see that there's one on the outside of the printable envelope, but then you'll have more that come with it, you know, to continue using your envelope. You could even print this on sticker paper and stick it on there once you've filled this up once, however you want to do it. But anyways, these will come with both the envelopes and the printable budget package on my shop or on my website, 𝗑𝗏𝗟𝗡𝗠𝗠𝗏𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠🔲. Okay, so for the savings challenges for his binder, I am just going to stick one, and I don't think I have quite enough envelopes, but that's okay, because I think there's 14 of these. But we're just going to stick one in each little plastic folder for him. And he can decide what he wants to do first, or which ones he wants to do. Now, I took these little zipper folders, and if you'll notice, I took the zippers and I rotated so that it's not one side of the planner sticking way out, if that makes sense. So just a little tip. All right, and then we'll do the $3. So hopefully you can see the savings challenges that will be available as I go through. So that was a $1, $2, $3. Let me show you real quick. The $1 is save $30. The $2 is save $60. The $3 is save $90. And each time you put $3 in here, you would just color in one of these shapes. Okay, the $5 savings challenge is $150 total. And I thought about laminating these because I'm going to use these for myself, but I thought it would be really neat to color these in and just save them. And then over time, you can go back and look at, you know, how well you did on your savings challenges, hopefully that makes sense. But if you laminate them, you could color them and then use, like, you could use a Sharpie to color in the shapes, and then use alcohol to get it off and just reuse them. But I thought it would be kind of neat to just over time go back and look and see how many savings challenges I've actually completed. All right, these are all 30-day challenges. So this one is $1 and $2, and it totals $45. This one is $2 and $3, it totals $75. This one is $3 and $4 at a time, and it totals $105. So I'm going to stick these in here. I didn't think I had enough envelopes, but that's okay, or folders, but that's okay. And then the last 3 that are included are 135, 300, and 465. So those challenges I'll stick in this envelope, and he can decide, like I said, what he wants to do challenge-wise. So that's it for his binder. So this is a pretty simple binder. Like I said, you can get the printables on my website, 𝗑𝗏𝗟𝗡𝗠𝗠𝗏𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠𝒠 November 13th, and on Tuesday I'm going to be sending out an email with some free printables that I mentioned in the last video that I did about the cash envelope system or cash stuffing system on a budget. So make sure to head over to my website, thepleasantlyplanned.com, and on the homepage down towards the bottom you should be able to sign up for emails. So make sure you're signed up for emails so you'll get those on Tuesday if you're watching this before I actually send the emails out. Okay, so now let's get my 𝗦𝗠𝗏 and let's set it up. Now I did already put these in here just to make sure they would fit, but I want to show you. And now I didn't want to offer these in my shop, but I know you guys are going to ask me to. So I checked pricing. I timed myself at how long it took me to make these. These things are going to be incredibly expensive. I'm just going to tell you off the bat because they take forever to make. They're extremely tedious. So just know I'm not trying to rob your purse. I did give you options of doing this stuff at home. So you'll have the option of either getting printables, you know, and I've shown you in that last video how to make the envelopes yourself at home with cardstock or plain paper and washi tape and all different sorts of ways. But for those of you who want somebody to do the hard work for you and you want cute looking cash envelopes, I do have these available in my shop. Now, I want to preface by saying mine are laminated in a matte finish, okay? They're not shiny, they're not glossy. I did that because every time I use something, I'll show you a planner, for example. Every time I use something, this is a sneak peek at another video, but you see my ring light glares, okay? So every time I do one of these videos, I don't want to have to deal with the glare. So I went ahead and did mine in a matte finish. The ones that I'm going to be selling will have the glossy finish, which means you can write on them and erase it. You can use them as a dry erase as well, okay? So these are not in any particular order, but these are my categories that I kind of brainstormed and figured up that I want to start using these. Let's see. I've got some of these are sinking funds and some of these are more, I guess, cash envelopes for things that are coming. So this would be like, what do you call them? Variable expenses. Okay, so gas, groceries. This would be more of a sinking fund for home. Dining out would be a variable. A sinking fund for Christmas. A sinking fund for emergency. Car taxes, medical, car repairs, a vacation, birthdays, and then a cushion I want to put here in my variable expenses because I may need a cushion for my variable expenses that I spend all the time. Household, and then I have one for self-care. This could be if I get my hair done or if I see new nail polish I want to buy, something like that. So I don't know really kind of what order I want to put these in. Probably going to be like groceries, household. I don't use a whole lot of gas because I work from home. So I think we'll do these. So these would be more like my variable expenses, things that I always spend money on every month, every week, but I need to kind of prepare for them. So again, we have groceries, household, dining out, gas, self-care, and then a cushion in case I go over on any of these or need extra. If I have cushion, then I can spend it on these categories. So those are variable expenses. And then sinking funds would be things that you know are coming or that could happen and you want to be prepared. So you want to start just putting a little bit away all the time, you know, to have a sinking fund, to actually fund it eventually. So birthdays, I have vacation, that's going to go at the bottom. Car repairs, I've been very blessed at not having to really do car repairs. Kevin takes care of most of that for us anyway. He pays for that. So, you know, medical could go in my variable expenses, but I'm going to kind of just leave it over here. Car taxes come every year. Emergency fund, Christmas comes every year. And then home, this would be like, I don't know, if I wanted to paint a bedroom or buy new curtains or buy a new rug or just things like that. Not necessarily over here in my variable expenses. I have household. This would be toilet paper, laundry detergent, things like that in the household variable expenses. This is more things that I can kind of plan for that aren't a necessity. And then of course birthdays. So one thing I did want to do that I forgot when I stuck those back in there. These are those little registers that I told you are available in the printables. They come with the printable envelopes and they also come with my budget package. I think I'm going to start this way. I just heard a noise outside and I don't know what it was. Kind of weird. All right. So that one is groceries. And I do have a little bit of cash that I was going to stuff but I don't think I'm going to do that in this video. I think I'll do a separate video. I'm also not fully convinced that I'll keep on using real cash. I am not a cash person. I never really have been a cash person. I like my debit card. It's easier for me to keep track of, and I can't, if I lose it, then I can cancel it and nobody has my money. So it's just a lot safer in my opinion. Also, I mean, Lord forbid if the house burned down, I still don't know if I trust a whole bunch of money in a quote-unquote fireproof safe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm not sure. Amazon does have like fake money that you can use. So I don't know. I'm not sure. We're going to play around with this for now and see kind of how it goes. I do have a couple of online banking accounts. So there are plenty of banks online that you can actually transfer money, unless you want to do it at your own bank. However you want to do it, you don't necessarily have to go into a bank. I'm more of a person of convenience. So if I can do something at home online, I would prefer doing that versus having to get out and go somewhere. I know that's may sound crazy, but that's just my mindset. So I do have a couple different banks that I use online that I can kind of transfer money and play around, you know, to have different accounts and different balances for whatnot. So I could actually have like a variable expenses account, and then I could have a sinking funds account. Both of those online banks, one of them is Chime and the other one is called SoFi, S-O-F-I. I do have debit cards for both. And then of course you could also use PayPal. You can transfer money from your regular checking account to a PayPal account, and you can get a PayPal debit card. So there's lots of options to go digital if you don't want to use cash, if you're a little bit leery like I am. Okay, so that's those that are all decorated and pretty. Then I have just some plain white envelopes that I'm going to put my challenges in. So let's go ahead and stuff these. Now I did, like I said, these are matte, but the ones that I'm going to be selling are going to be glossy. So you could technically color over these, and then use alcohol to white it out. I don't think I have enough of these either to do one for each one, because I actually goofed on one of them and I laminated the whole thing together. So that's a whole nother story. That's why I'm telling you, these things are, they're not going to be cheap. They are pretty pricey if you consider that I'm selling them in a package of 12. So yeah, just, you know, be sitting down when you look at the price. I don't think I'm going to offer discounts on them as well, or either, just because it's a very tedious task, you know, but they will be custom. So these, I think actually these are going to be, they're going to have a floral background, and I don't know, I haven't put them on my website yet, so I'll have to figure out pricing for these as well. But I think I'm going to have just a floral background on the back, and then the front will be clear. Just so at least they'll be pretty. Mine are just plain. But anyways. Okay, so I don't have enough for the other 4 of these. But that's okay. I can just stick them in the back and switch them out whenever I need to for whatever challenge I'm doing at the moment. I don't think I'm going to keep these in here because it would be really thick. I don't know. I also wanted to show you, I will be offering these printable envelopes as a custom, to where I put in your title and then I print and cut and assemble. So I think I'll also add lamination as an option. I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out all the ins and outs and how to do things, but I'll have a budget section on my website for you to check out. Okay, so that's my binder, and then we have my oldest son's binder. So both binders are together, and like I said, I have a little bit of cash that I was gonna stuff, but I think I'm gonna save that for another video. So I'm just going to stick that in there. And then I'm probably going to put my cards and things in here, my checkbook. Who uses a checkbook anymore? But, you know, to write a check to church or whatever, you use a checkbook. So that's it. I think I'm going to use this for my wallet as well, as I was saying. So 2 budget binders put together. And then let's go ahead in this same video and let's just put together my budget planner, okay? So it's going to be pretty simple. It's more of like a Frankenplanner. But I grabbed a Happy Planner cover set and just some clear Happy Planner discs that I got off of a Simply layout, because I do have some new planners that I'm going to be filming in another video. If you've already seen my lineup video, I'm adding to it. We'll talk about that in that video. Hopefully I'll get that filmed today as well. Okay, so we have the covers on. So let's go ahead and I'll show you what I've got as far as dividers. Okay, so I grabbed the dividers out of a Simply layout. Now I'm not going to use a monthly calendar in this planner. This is also just a little pocket folder that came in I think a budget companion pack or something like that. So I have a bunch of dividers. Now you can use a budget planner. Happy Planner does have a brand new budget planner. I'm not going to use that right now, just because I don't want to have to buy another planner, and I don't really like their budget planner setup now. I like their old one, but I don't, all I use basically is a bill pay like checklist, which will also be included in my email. If you are signed up for emails on my website before they go out on Tuesday, I may put those on my website as well for like a freebie download. I'm going to try to get a separate page, but that page will have ads. Okay, so actually I am going to use November, because I think this planner goes through to June. Yeah, it goes through to June. So July, August, September, and October I don't have monthlies for, but through to June I do have the monthlies. Okay, so those are my Simply layout tabs that I'm just repurposing. And then I have, these are my bill tracker inserts that will be in that email, and I think if I can get a page on my website for budgeting, I will make these as a free download for you to check out. Let me also mention real quick, hold this thought. I know that some people may not enjoy watching my videos because they're more like advertisements for my products, but this is how I feed my family. This is how I pay my bills. But I do want to say that if you like my content and, you know, you don't want to purchase things, or maybe you can't purchase things, you're on a no spend, tight budget, whatnot, you can actually help me by just watching my videos all the way through and watching through the ads. So, I actually was watching some cash stuffing videos some other YouTube creators have made, and their YouTube revenue is outrageous compared to mine. I'm only making like $50, $60 a month. Now, granted, I'm not very good at YouTube videos, which I want to get better, but they make a ton of money in ad revenue every month. And so if you want to support me, you know, financially, without money coming out of your pocket, just watch my videos all the way through, and watch through the ads, because those companies pay me for their ads on my channel. Now, of course, YouTube takes 55% of that revenue, but it's still money that, you know, would help me. So anyways, okay, that was a whole separate situation that I needed to address. So please help me out and watch my videos all the way through and watch the ads. Okay, so November, I had already decorated this. If you already saw that video, thank you for watching. So I just taped my bill tracker insert on the back of the monthly. So I have no weekly pages in here, okay? What I do is, like, once a week, I will just go into my bank accounts and see what the balance is, because I don't have steady income, okay? I work for myself. It depends on what you guys order. So I just kind of have to wing it every week, which is really hard to do, not having a steady, permanent income that I can count on. But I just take a sheet of insert paper, which I did just print a bunch off somewhere. I don't know what I did with them. I take a sheet of insert paper and I do like my balance on hand, what bills are due, what I need to pay, what's left over. So I do a zero-based budget. So what I would do at the end of the week or whatever time during the week, I'll figure that up, how much money I have, what bills I can pay, how much is left, what bills are coming up that I need to pay, and then I can go to the bank, grab some cash, and stuff my envelopes, if that makes sense. I'm sure it would be a lot easier on those of you who actually get a paycheck that you can kind of depend on. But for the last 2 years, I've been doing life this way, so it's just what I know. All right, so anyways, let's go in and put these in. I'm not going to tape these down just for the sake of the length of this video. And I'm not going to put any fill paper in the months. I'll kind of do that as I go. I'll just put all that at the back. And then I did grab some dividers, the top tab dividers that I sell in my shop. I'm going to put those, I don't have any like labels for them because I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to label them, but I'm going to put them in between my sections here so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Now, I want to go back to the front of my planner, and I always like to have a monthly just because. And then this tab says weekly, but we're not going to look at what the tabs say. I'm just repurposing old tabs. And then I have 2 more, so I want to use one for my cash breakdown, which would be what I do first. So this will give me an idea. I actually should probably put one of these with each thing of like filler paper. So like I said, whenever I write down my bills and how much is left, then I can see what's left that I can go to the bank and get cash for, and I can decide which categories I want it to go in, whether it's my variable expenses or my sinking funds, the amount, and then the denominations that I need from the bank to make that happen. So I may, you know, just put one each time I figure up my money situation. I'll put one in that weekly section. Okay, and then I have the cash envelope tracker. Like I said, these will be available in that budget package for download as printables. I resize, so these are letter size. So you can, if you're using a big happy planner or just a 3-ring binder, you can just print these out as is, like actual size on letter paper. You can do front and back. I didn't want front and back. Or I printed these, I pre-cut my paper to be, what is Happy Planner? 7 wide by 9.25 high. And I printed the letter size at a custom 80, it was 82 or 83%. And it fits very well. You could also click on fit. And if you pre-program your computer or your printer to print at this size, 9.25 by 7, you can click on fit and it'll automatically fit the image onto the page. So, and then we're going to just stick my fill paper back here at the back. And like I said, this is just random. I destashed like almost all of my Happy Planner stuff, but this is some stuff that I had left. So I want to use this up before I go printing a bunch of stuff for myself. So we're just going to use what I have on hand. So, okay. So this is my budget planner. Like I said, I've got to get some labels for my top tabs, but it is set and ready to go for November, and then I should have hopefully a full year. I'll just print my own monthlies once I get past June. I'll print my own monthlies out. So, all right. So just to recap, this is my new budget planner. I thought that Balance and Hustle were ideal for a budget planner. Then we have my wallet / cash envelope system and the one that I made for my oldest son. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, or feel free to send me a private message on Instagram or send me an email. My email and my Instagram and my website, all of that is down in the description. So that's it for this video. I'm going to try to film a couple more for you. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Thank y'all so much for watching. Love y'all. Bye, guys.